This is the 5-inch barreled Canik SFT Pro. It's a 9mm pistol that's so aggressively styled, it'll have you feeling like a tactical ninja warrior, even if you're just headed to the grocery store. If you're looking for a pistol with enough flair to turn heads and the performance to back it up, then the Canik SFT might just be your new partner in crime fighting or, casual target practice. With that being said, let's dive in. This ain't your grandpa's standard pistol. The Mete SFT Pro boasts some aggressive slide cuts, and on the top as well, you're gonna get lightning cuts and a fluted barrel that's also threaded. Overall, the design just screams I'm ready for action. It's the kind of pistol that says I mean business, but without the use of crazy colors. Let's dive in. Up front, as we already mentioned, it is going to be a threaded barrel, which is going to be great for hooking on any suppressors that you're going to want to. You also are going to get a front night sight that has a white dot and then it glows in the dark right dead center. So you're always going to be able to find where that front of your barrel is pointing even in the darkest of conditions. Again, you do have those lightning cuts up top and on the sides, as well as very, very aggressive slide serrations on both the front and the back of the pistol. Matching those slide serrations is a pretty cool barrel cut, actually, that does match that almost perfectly, but in chrome, which is always a nice contrast, instead of black. As you head on back, you do see that your rear sights are blacked out. So again, finding that front sight is going to be very quick and very easy overall. You are also going to retain those sights with the optics cut that's on top of this pistol. The sights are raised up just a little bit. This is going to allow you to co-witness with some of the optics that are available out there. Again, very nice overall. Very good job, Canik. The top of this thing is maxed out. It's almost as if you have a Canik rival. But a big difference, or a big pro here versus the rival, is again, retaining that rear sight, because you never know when those batteries are gonna die on you in any of your optics. On the very back, you do also retain that striker fire indicator. It's got the back side of that striker is painted red, so you are going to know, showing you it's clear, when that striker is ready to fire. And then of course, when you pull that trigger, it visually goes away and you have a very nice audible sound as well. Okay, now moving on to the polymer portion of the pistol where we're gonna look at the Picatinny rail. Say that 3 times fast. You're going to have 3 crossbar slots on the bottom of this Picatinny rail. Again, that's gonna help most lights and lasers that you're gonna wanna put on here fit nicely and comfortably. You do have a slightly aggressive horizontal texturing on the front of the square-ish trigger guard. More square than most, I will say. Depending on how you hold the pistol, this may be something that you're looking for. Heading down into that trigger guard, it is ovalish on the back, square on the front. That's gonna allow you to fit, even if you have gloves on, a good amount of finger in here. Even if you have bigger hands, smaller hands, doesn't matter. You're gonna be able to not hit your trigger guard whenever you're trying to aim down sight and knock out targets. That trigger itself is going to be that classic style Canik trigger. It's a 90-degree break trigger that is made out of polymer, but it does have a trigger safety on the inside here, which you depress and then you can get to the trigger part. Okay, now that I've said that word so many times, let's actually hear what it sounds like. So, Canik is known for its really, really good and sensitive triggers that have a very small pull. Take up on this is going to be very smooth once you get past that safety. You get a little bit of grit, and then you find where that break is, very clear defined wall, and bang. Very, very light trigger overall, exactly like what you would expect from a rival, with the exception of this is the SFT Pro. You do have a very, very small reset on this. Your follow-up shots are going to be very quick, very accurate, and very easy to maneuver, at least from a trigger standpoint. One nice feature that Caniks do come with, as you can see I do have a bullet now, is they do come with a chamber-loaded indicators right up top, right in the center. So when you cock it, you can see it's slightly raised up top. This just lets you know there is a bullet in the chamber and it is ready to fire. Versus, now you can see that there is nothing there. Multiple different ways to make sure your weapon is clear. Always a nice feature, always a nice thing. Flipping the pistol over, we do have ambi slide releases. So whether you're left-handed or you are right-handed, you're going to be able to manipulate that slide release very nice and very easily. You do also have your disassembly little levers right here that are going to be easy to use if you've ever taken apart a Canik. I would show you that on camera, however, monetization, so moving on. Canik does include a little bit of that same aggressive texturing that's on the grip, right up where your pointer finger and your thumb should be when you are finding your grip on the pistol. It just makes it, again, a nice, easy practice, so that way you can tactilely feel where your fingers are supposed to be. Just past that trigger guard, you are also going to have an extended mag release. This mag release is very easy to use and does come past the side of the pistol, or extend out the side of the pistol pretty good ways. The nice thing about the extended mag release is even if you get a miss or a bad grab whenever you're gripping the pistol quickly, your finger, it's not going to extend up past your fingers, so it's going to be harder to press by mistake. Now, your thumb, on the other hand, you might be able to, but the way that it's designed, you would have to push it in pretty hard. This is the medium size that comes on the pistol right away. I don't know if you can see that. There's an etching there that does say M. So there are other options if you want to extend it out farther or less. Down to the grip. You do have aggressive texturing on both sides of the grip. Now, this is going to be very similar to that of a rival, if you've ever held one of those before, and it does feel very nice in the hand. It's more of a gravelly kind of texture, whereas on the back, you do have more of a pattern texture. It's squared off, and it is going to help you, again, get a very nice solid grip on that pistol, so as you start to put more rounds down range, your hands start sweating, it's not going to slip and fall out, or you're not going to lose your good grip having to sacrifice shots. Down to the mag well, it also, finally, the mag well. There is an extended mag well with this pistol, which is always great for reloads, especially if you miss just slightly. It's going to help guide you right back into place. This is a great feature and comes right out of the box. Speaking about that box, Canik is known for giving you everything you're going to need right out of the box. That is true here as well. So let's pull the gun aside and let's take a look at what they're going to give you on the inside. Canik does provide a couple of different backstrap options in case you're not so thrilled with what comes on the pistol naturally. It also comes with a parts kit that in the shape of the pistol itself, with the only difference being that that tip is going to be red instead of black like your Meta SFT Pro. There's some cleaning supplies in here as well, and a wrench tool to help you get on and off that thread protector, which is always nice to see. Canik does also provide you a holster. This is going to be an outside the waistband holster and fits via retention. You're going to get a 18-round magazine, which the 20-round magazine has been what I showed you this entire time. So let's take a look at that. 18-round magazine plus a mag loader. Very, very useful, especially for longer range days. Save your fingers. And then a couple of different plates as well come in the box. So for your optics that you might want to use, you get 2 plates in the box. Not to mention, of course, a trigger lock. With that being said, I do recommend that you check the listing to see exactly what comes in the box, as those things can change from time to time. In conclusion, the Canik Mete SFT Pro isn't just a pistol, it's a statement piece. It's reliable, accurate, and oozes that tactical cool that makes you feel like you could take on a small army of ninjas. Of course, keeping with that ninja theme. Or maybe just conquer a challenging crossword puzzle. That's up to you. If you're looking for a pistol that's as fun to shoot as it is to show off, the Mete SFT Pro deserves a place in your holster. If you have any experiences with the Canik Mete SFT Pro or even the SFX Pro, please do leave a review down below. We would love to see your comments. That is all I have for you today. God bless, stay safe. It is time to end.